Mas Agung, oke? Baik, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan, salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Good morning everyone, welcome to the Talkshow session 1 about numeracy in early childhood context. My name is Zaki or Kang Zaki. I will be the moderator for this morning session. Before we begin, I would like to introduce you to the speakers. Okay, first of all, is beside me, Professor Gillian Kidman. She is also a nephew or with Nicole Kidman, if you know, an actress from Australia, an associate professor of science education research, lead in school curriculum, teaching and inclusiveness education from Monash University, Australia. Thank you very much. Her expertise integrates STEM education and humanities, resulting STEAM education, interdisciplinary teaching and learning, transdisciplinary pedagogies and learning, curriculum design in STEAM education, numeracy in across curriculum, and intercultural teaching and learning. She is the lead writer and reviewer of Australian curriculum, or ACER, especially in science. She writes all the things there. Her current work in research in Indonesia is about numeracy in early childhood and primary school in Ministry of Education, Culture, Research and Technology, Indonesia. And she just published a book with Dr. Hazel Tan across there, and Selma Rexam, Malaysia, about STEM planning and design learning, or PADL framework towards 21st century skills and design thinking. Second speaker, second speaker across the road is Dr. Hazel Tan, who is also senior lecturer from Monash University. Please give them applause. From Clayton, Australia. Her expertise are mathematics education, teaching and learning, transdisciplinary pedagogies and learning, curriculum design in STEAM education, numeracy in across curriculum and education research methodologies, and Monash research project. Before becoming Monash University lecturer, Hazel has worked as a senior secondary maths teacher and head of maths department, and also in working in Singapore Ministry of Education. Today, both speakers will present about early years teachers, numeracy in classroom, robotics and coding, algebra, measuring, and will practice with all of you in the audience. Without further ado, I would like to welcome our presenter to start the presentation. Dear Gillian and Hazel, the time is yours.
Test. Okay, yeah, yes. Ooh, wasn't me.
Okay,
Thank you. Selamat pagi. Yep, selamat pagi.
Oh, selamat pagi. No other bahasa Indonesia,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for us to come and speak with you today. We will rely on our colleagues. Maybe we can give them the microphone.
Ah,
Yeah,
you have extra microphone? Oh,
that will
we'll
make it
need
easier
that
for you
probably.
to understand and to hear. Yep.
Excuse me. Yep, we need the.
Okay. You good?
Good. It's
Okay. My understanding is that you are gurus. Expert guru?
We can just put here.
Expert guru?
Apakah Bapak Ibu
Good,
profesional, guru
I'm a
profesional?
guru. Yes. Good. Okay. We will talk in triangle. Okay. You ready? We can also talk in a square. Okay. Or in a circle. I don't like lecture talk.
Jadi Prof. Gillian tidak terlalu suka yang ceramah, terlalu banyak teori atau ceramah langsung seperti itu.
So this morning we are going to be needing you, the audience, to participate with us.
Jadi pagi ini kita akan perlu partisipasi Bapak Ibu dalam talk show hari ini.
Yes? Good? Promise? Success? Good. Okay.
Yep.
I have a few questions.
Ada
Who-
beberapa pertanyaan.
Sorry. Who has come the longest distance to
Siap.
Jakarta?
Siapa yang rumahnya paling jauh dari Jakarta?
Oh. Please. Okay. Where from?
I'm from Gorontalo. It's near the north Sulawesi.
Sulawesi.
Yeah.
How many hours? How many?
It's for 4 hours. I'm from here, from my village, and then come to airport. It's about 130 hours. And then after that, I'm flying with airport and it transit in Makassar. After that, Makassar from Jakarta. It's about 3 hours. It's very, very long time. And for airport, I'm come here 1 hour. It's so far and very tired journey. And then I'm very happy here because I'll meet you with Mr. Mrs. Tan and our friends. It's very, very appreciated to Ministry of Education who come here, who invite us. Thank you.
How many hours total?
In totally, it's about 5 and 30 hours.
5.5 hours. Okay. Can you?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. That's long.
Yes.
Who else was?
Anybody else
them-
that also travel a long
Silakan Bapak Ibu
distance?
boleh maju.
Come here. Stay here.
It's okay, you know, you can share your, because we know everybody comes from all over Indonesia to celebrate the National Teachers' Day. So it is a good celebration. So we just thought we ask, how far did you travel?
So how far?
Perkenalkan saya Elfrida, saya berasal dari Sumba Timur, Nusa Tenggara Timur.
Okay, so her name is Elfrida. She is from East Sumba. How far? Seberapa jauh Ibu? Berapa perjalanannya?
Untuk sampai tiba di Jakarta bisa kita penerbangan 1 hari atau 2 hari. Jadi kami memilih 1 hari.
Oh, to arrive to Jakarta, she needs about 1 or 2 days, but she choose 1 day.
1 day travel.
1 day. 1 day travel.
1 day.
Whole day.
Whoa. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think one day is longer than 5.5. One day is longer.
Yeah.
Sorry. One day is longer than 5.5.
Jadi yang lebih lama yang 1 hari tadi Bu Elfrida ya perjalanannya.
Do you notice my language? Furthest, longest, day, hour. It's numeracy.
Ada kata-kata lebih farther, lebih jauh, kemudian lama, kemudian hari, hours itu jam, itu adalah numerasi.
Numeracy language, using those words is very important for the small child.
Ya. Jadi kata-kata numerasi tadi, bahasa numerasi merupakan kata-kata yang penting dalam childhood, perkembangan anak-anak.
And we can use assessment to look at the child's understanding through their language.
Jadi kita bisa menggunakan assessment, penilaian untuk menilai perkembangan anak.
For our first speaker, I asked her how far.
Untuk speaker pertama, tadi Prof. Jill sudah bertanya seberapa jauh, seberapa lama.
And she responded, 1 hour, 3 hour, 1 hour.
Jadi ibunya tadi sudah merespon 1 jam, 2 jam, dan seterusnya.
But if she was a child, I could say, what is the total?
Jadi Prof. Jill bertanya, totalnya berapa? Berapa lama?
She tells me 5.5.
Dijawab 5,5 jam.
So I know addition. She understands half hour, 30 minutes. Very good student.
Jadi murid yang baik karena bisa menjawab pertanyaan dari Prof. Jill dengan total berapa lama perjalanannya tadi.
So language in numeracy is very, very important. The teacher must make it. The teacher must make the language clear so that the student can understand and show their understanding.
Yeah. It's okay.
We don't just tell, want the students to show us what they can do.
Yep. No, it's okay.
Oh, okay. I'm going to try and get this going now. Yeah.
Yes.
We might get the slides.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Okay.
Good. That's us.
Oh, do you want me? Find that?
Okay. This one? That's good. Okay. Would you like to read that for us, please?
Indonesia jadi
Oh, gone.
Oops.
Okay. Maybe it comes back.
Oh, yeah. It's back.
kebanyakan orang-orang berpikir bahwa mengajar itu mudah. Kebanyakan mayoritasnya lagi mengingat waktu-waktu mereka saat berada di sekolah. Lalu mayoritas orang-orang berpikir atau berpendapat bahwa guru yang baik itu menyampaikan informasi supaya proses penyampaian informasi itu menjadi lebih enjoyable atau menyenangkan.
Do you agree teaching is easy? I think I hear no. No?
No.
I think people over there say no.
Who said no? Ada yang bilang no? Ada yang bilang tidak? Ayo nggak apa-apa Bapak Ibu, tidak ada yang benar atau tidak ada yang salah.
Okay, that's okay, that's okay. I agree.
Oke, silakan stand up please.
Ya, menurut saya mengajar itu tidak mudah karena kita menghadapi anak-anak dan anaknya itu bukan benda mati, bisa bergerak dan memiliki karakter yang bermacam-macam.
Okay. She thinks that teaching is not an easy thing because we face the children, they are human, so we have to have interaction with them.
Yes, very good.
Yep.
And little children, oh, they run. They're very fast. Teaching little children is not easy. I think it's harder to teach a little child than an older child.
Yes, totally agree.
Early childhood is harder than older children.
Jadi mengajar anak-anak pada usia dini itu lebih sulit dibandingkan pada anak-anak yang berusia lebih seperti itu.
You are expert teachers. You understand the small child. You understand the knowledge. You understand pedagogy. And you also have an attitude, a good attitude towards learning. That is what makes a good teacher.
Jadi Bapak Ibu semuanya sudah guru profesional, expert di bidangnya karena memiliki kemampuan khusus pedagogi, kemudian mengerti perkembangan anak pada usia dini. Jadi itulah yang membuat seorang guru sebagai guru, a good teacher, guru yang baik.
So we're going to share with you this morning some of the knowledge, the skills and our attitudes for Australian numeracy. But it's not all what we do in the Australian classroom, because a lot of our work is done in the ASEAN region with CEMIO and with your own ministry. So we're sharing a ministry project that tomorrow afternoon we finish.
Jadi hari ini kita akan belajar sharing mengenai numeracy untuk
ya, jadi numerasi yang tadi yang Gillian sampaikan, besok itu Gillian sama Hazel ada acara sama Seomeo Cecep dan Seomeo Kitep ya. Kitep and Seomeo Cecep yang membahas tentang researchnya di Indonesia. Jadi ada research di Indonesia terkait numerasi untuk pendidikan anak usia dini.
Thank you. So expert teachers, we have the knowledge, but we have to show the children how to use that knowledge. Not just take our knowledge, but to use our knowledge.
Jadi sebagai seorang guru yang expert, yang profesional, kita punya ilmunya. Ilmu yang kita punya itu bagaimana caranya untuk kita share, untuk kita bagikan ke anak untuk menggunakan ilmu tersebut. Seperti itu.
Next slide, please.
So this is why we have numeracy across the curriculum. Numeracy is not teaching mathematics to the children. It's teaching the children to use their mathematics knowledge in art, in culture, in religion, in science, civics, all the curriculum.
Jadi numerasi itu bukan kita mengajarkan mengenai matematika, tapi bagaimana kita mengajarkan kepada anak-anak untuk menggunakan matematika, baik itu pada mata pelajaran seni, kemudian fisika, ada histori dan mata pelajaran lainnya. Jadi lebih kepada penggunaan dari numerasi atau matematika tadi.
Yes. So, very quickly, we have a definition of mathematics. Like, what do you think is mathematics? Because there is no one definition of mathematics.
Jadi menurut Bapak Ibu, apa itu matematik? Silakan berdiri, siapa yang tahu? Oh iya, ada definisinya dalam bahasa Indonesia?
This is the definition of the dictionary, but sometimes people have different definitions. Like, what do you think mathematics is? And the school maths and the university mathematics is different. you know. So in the university, mathematics there is abstract. It has the pure mathematics and applied mathematics. Yeah. Okay, you want to share that?
Yes. Jadi matematika ada banyak definisi yang abstrak. Tadi Dr. Hazel bertanya, menurut Bapak Ibu apa itu definisi matematika? Ada yang sudah tertera seperti di layar tadi. Jadi matematika memiliki definisi yang berbeda.
Yeah, pure mathematics and applied mathematics. Yeah.
Jadi matematika murni dengan matematika terapan itu memiliki definisi yang berbeda.
Yeah. So what about numeracy?
Jadi bagaimana dengan numerasi?
Do you think that mathematics and numeracy is the same?
Apakah menurut Bapak Ibu numerasi dan matematika itu hal yang sama? Sama, same or different?
Same, you
Sama
can
atau
raise
beda?
your hand. Yep.
Tidak sama.
Can explain a bit what do you think?
Nggak apa-apa pakai bahasa Indonesia nanti kita translate.
Yeah.
Matematika dan numerasi tidak sama. Kalau matematika bahasa mudahnya kalau kita belajar matematika itu tentang perhitungan ya, 1 tambah 1 sampai dengan 2. Tetapi kalau numerasi itu lebih luas karena bisa sih dalam kehidupan sehari-hari kita seperti lebih jauh, lebih dekat, lebih pendek, lebih panjang, kemudian lebih apa ya? Ya lebih besar, lebih kecil, lebih ya seperti itu. Lebih bermakna gitu ya untuk kehidupan sehari-hari numerasi itu.
So she thinks that mathematics and numeracy are different things. Mathematics is more like counting, 1 + 1 is 2, and numeracy is more applied in our daily life, just like the case we talk about in the early, about longer, farther, and etc.
Sorry, about
farther, longer, it's applied in our daily life.
Yes, thank you very much. You know, so you've got the the meaning of numeracy and also the meaning of mathematics. Yeah. So as you can see from the definition of numeracy, actually there is also different meaning. Different people have different idea. So we just share with you our idea from the Australian curriculum. So if you look at it, there is a few things. So one is that the numeracy has the mathematics knowledge inside. So you need the 1 + 1, you know, but it also has the behavior and the disposition. So disposisi, I think that's the disposisi. What do you think is the disposisi? Like what kind of disposition?
Ya. Jadi menurut Bapak Ibu, apakah itu disposition? Ada yang ingin menyampaikan pendapatnya?
Yeah. What kind of disposition we want to have in our children?
Jadi disposisi seperti apa yang kita inginkan pada perkembangan atau pendidikan anak usia dini? Anyone?
Yep. Yes, anybody? Oh, yes.
Stand up please.
Ya, jadi kita inginkan itu disposisi atau perubahan fungsi dari matematik yang hanya anak peroleh berupa pengetahuan diubah menjadi aplikatif atau untuk praktek untuk kebutuhan dan kemanfaatan mereka dalam kehidupan.
Yep. Thanks. Yeah.
Okay, he said that
Oops.
okay, disposition about the function of mathematics in life.
Yes.
So more just the knowledge, and there the child useful for the knowledge and mathematics in for her life.
For life, yes.
For life.
Yep. Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
So, for life, they must be confident in using the mathematics in their daily lives.
Iya. Jadi kita kan lebih percaya diri dalam jika memahami konsep matematika tadi seperti itu.
Yeah. Because, a lot of people, like in Australia, when they hear the word mathematics, they're like, no, I'm scared, it's so hard. Same here in Australia. Yeah, so we want everyone to be not scared of using mathematics in daily lives. So, and there are always a lot of new information that you listen to in the news, in finance, like banking, counting, buying things, shopping, even buying your phone, which phone plan, what kind of mobile plan you want to have with internet, how much, which one is good. You need the numeracy, and you cannot be scared of using the mathematics to help you solve these problems.
Jadi dalam kehidupan sehari-hari kita banyak menggunakan numerasi. Misalnya tadi sudah disebutkan Dr. Hazel seperti banking, kemudian saat kita menggunakan internet atau berbelanja kita sangat sering berinteraksi ataupun menggunakan numerasi.
Yeah, thank you. So this is the disposition, the attitude. You cannot be scared. You must be confident. It is okay if you do not know. If our students do not know, they can feel it is okay, they do not know, but they will learn.
Jadi yang perlu kita tanamkan kepada anak-anak bahwa tidak apa-apa mereka belum paham mengenai matematika, tetapi kita perlu tanamkan juga mereka akan belajar atau mereka perlu belajar lebih lanjut seperti itu.
Yes. So this is the Merdeka Belajar, right? Yes. Yeah. So okay. So if we just now, we mentioned about different, the numeracy in banking, in finance. So numeracy is also called mathematics literacy. So the mathematics literacy has different kind of literacy inside. So statistical literacy, so statistics. Like teachers, we look at the students' statistics, like the students' marks or how they perform over the years. There's also the financial literacy, which is the banking, the buying things, and so on. There is the spatial literacy. What do you think is spatial literacy?
Menurut Bapak Ibu, apakah itu spesial literasi, literasi khusus? Ada yang ingin menyampaikan pendapatnya?
Yeah.
Spatial literasi, literasi spasial.
Anybody want to make a guess? The space, not outer space, but around space around us. Anybody? Okay. Yep. So, for example, when we come here, like when you wear the mask, they say when we come in from the airport, they say, how many meters must we stay away?
Jadi saat pertama datang, misalnya di airport, saat kita harus menggunakan masker, kira-kira berapa jaraknya? Kita harus menjaga jarak seberapa jauh?
So, yeah, 2 meters, right? In Australia, is 1.5 meters only. Yeah. So maybe like this. How far is 2 meters? How far is 1 meters? So this is the knowing, the literacy. Because some people think 2 meters is 2 meters.
2 meters.
It's 2 centimeters. So yeah. So there's the space, the idea of space, how big, how small, how far to travel. So instead of when we talk about how far, like just now, people talk about the time rather than the distance. Because, why? Why is it that when we talk about how far, you count the time instead of count the distance?
Jadi saat berbicara mengenai jarak, kita juga berbicara mengenai waktu. Kenapa itu berkaitan dengan waktu?
Anybody like to say, like, why?
Silakan, tidak ada salah benar.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, if we talk about the distance, of course, also we talk about the time. How much time do we need to get there? Yeah, so it's related, I think, because the farthest place we go, so the more time we need, something like that.
Yes, thank you. Yep. So the further you go, the longer it takes. But in the real world, it's a bit different, right?
I like the word long. How long till lunch?
Oh,
So minutes. But how long, how far, is also the distance that comes with it. So it's that language again.
yes.
The language in mathematics, the language in numeracy.
It is also the literacy, I think. Yeah.
Jadi istilah seberapa jauh, seberapa lama itu merupakan literasi dalam matematika yang kita gunakan. Jadi berkaitannya dengan bahasa seberapa jauh, kemudian seberapa lama. Gitu.
Yes. And, I think, some people mention from your village to the city, and then the city to the airport, and the airport to the plane to fly to Jakarta. So you use different transport, the different kind of with different speed, right? Like if I ride the bicycle to come to Jakarta is going to take very, very long, even if I don't live too far from here. So this is the daily life. In daily life, there are different transport. So that's why we use the time. We don't just count the distance because it depends on what transport you take, right? Yeah. Okay, so I think it's okay, good to go. Yep. So actually, there is a lot of numeracy around us. So we were at Mangga Dua Square. Yes? And we went shopping. Yeah, I like it. So we saw different pictures. So, So you can see we take different pictures of what we think the numeracy, is. So what do you see here on the right-hand side? The shopping, the discount, how much price, and another question is, just because there is a special discount, doesn't mean that you must buy the the things, because you have to see, do I need it or not? So it is not just knowing the mathematics, like how much the discount, but also the critical orientation. We say the critical thinking, like do you actually need it? Is it worth it or not? So yeah.
Jadi seperti gambar yang kita lihat Bapak Ibu di layar itu ada gambar yang tertera terkait dengan pakaian dan diskon yang mungkin kelihatannya sangat menggoda sekali. Jadi berbicara tentang numerasi, kalau matematika kita melihat itu ada diskon. Tetapi kita harus berpikir kritis, kira-kira apakah barang yang didiskon ini saya membutuhkannya atau tidak. Jadi itu yang akan kita bahas di numerasi. Tidak hanya soal diskon, hitung-hitungannya saja, tapi lebih kepada kebutuhannya, apakah kita benar-benar membutuhkan itu atau tidak.
Yes. Thank you. So the other words in mathematics, maybe there is one answer, but in numeracy there is no one answer because it's open. It's critical thinking. Okay. Yeah.
Kalau dalam matematika itu ilmu pasti, ada jawabannya pasti, satu jawaban saja yang pasti, tapi dalam numerasi itu jawabannya tidak terbatas.
Do we have any questions?
Ada pertanyaan yang ingin ditanyakan Bapak
Question
Ibu?
for now?
Yep. We have somebody.
You for your attention. Introduce myself. My name is Yuan from SKB Gudo Jombang. I have question. According you, if people say numeracy education just for not yet for early childhood, because the numeration just for 7 years old for child, because mindset of the people in Indonesia, mathematics is numeration, numeration is mathematics. How can we change the mindset it? Thank you.
Change the mindset for numeracy for small children. Yes? You will, I would like to answer that question much later, because you will see that from the activities we are showing Indonesian society that small children can do numeracy, and it is because of our language. The words we use encourage the child to use mathematics without having to study mathematics. Okay, you will see, and we'll come back to that question. It's a very good question, but let's learn it all first.
Yes. I think also my answer would, I think the change the mindset starts from ourselves, yes. Start from me, starts from yourself. So you are the guru, so it starts from you, because you will change the mindset of your children and maybe your children's parents, and their family and the community. So slowly, start from yourself first. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Do we have another question?
Yeah. I think we have another
One more.
question from here. Yeah. So.
Okay, I would like to ask you about how we teach the children about numeracy, about the time. Because for early children, maybe they got difficulties to understand about telling the time. What time is it? What time is it? Yeah, they only know about the part of the day. It's morning, afternoon, evening, night. So is it, what is that? Important to teach them about how to know about the time or not? Thank you.
How to teach time. For my children, I have two, but they're big now. When they were small, we looked at the daylight. So we would say, when it is dark, my children would then know, it would be a while. So there's a long time. We used to look at the sun, and then we would also say after lunch. So we're giving them a sense of time first, and then we can start saying soon, maybe 5. Because a small child knows 5 is less than 10. So it's that sense of time first, then you start putting some of the numbers in. Soon, 5.
Yes.
So maybe 1 hour. And they hear that hour word and they know your hand gesture goes along. But it's again through the language. The numbers, when they're starting to read, can come later.
So, yeah.
You agree?
Translate.
Translate, sorry.
Jadi untuk pengenalan awal untuk pada anak usia dini dikenalkan dulu misalnya dengan bahasa kata-kata, misalnya tadi sebelum jam makan siang atau siang hari, pagi hari terlebih dahulu. Nah, untuk angka-angka bisa kita kenalkan itu di bawah 5. Misalnya pelan-pelan 1 jam. Jadi secara bertahap. Nanti saat mereka sudah bisa membaca, mereka akan belajar dengan sendirinya terkait dengan angka-angka tadi.
Yes. And I think sometimes there is like the story books, you know, like the children books. I do not know whether you have like books for children to read in
Story time.
Yeah, like tell the story. So you can have a story about the time. And you can
And
also,
song. And song is all.
singing, yeah, and the singing also. Yeah, okay.
Jadi kita bisa juga menggunakan media seperti buku bacaan, kemudian bisa dikenalkan mengenai waktu saat story time, saat waktu untuk membaca, diajak untuk membaca, kemudian bisa juga dikenalkan melalui lagu-lagu.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to stop speaking for a few minutes, 12 minutes maybe, to show a video. The video is in English, but it has Bahasa Indonesia subtitles. So you'll need to maybe stand to read, but I will introduce our speakers first. You want to?
Jadi akan ditampilkan video dalam bahasa Inggris, tapi nanti akan ada subtitlenya. Bapak dan Ibu bisa membaca terjemahannya.
So our main speaker is...
We need the PowerPoint. Thank you.
That's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hello everybody. My name is Professor Helen Forgas. I'm from Monash University. My colleague here today is Dr. Jennifer Hall, also from Monash University, and we will be interviewing Andrea Ng, who is a teacher at the early years of schooling. The early years in Australia being from age 0 to 8 years. And it covers preschool and the very, very early years of schooling. So, hello, Andrea.
Hi, Jen. Hi, Helen. Thank you for having me here today.
First of all, Andrea, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself, about your teaching experience, number of years of teaching, grade levels, and so on? A little bit about your background as well.
Okay, I'll start with my qualifications. So I'm a psych degree, so I hold a psych degree and I'm early years and primary trained. I've been working in the sector for close to 5 years now. I've experienced teaching both internationally and nationally. I predominantly work with early childhood children that can be from the age of 0 to 5, but I had some experience working with the early years at the international level as well.
Okay, great. Thanks, Andrea. So moving on to our focus of the interview. So how and when did you start to incorporate numeracy in your teaching?
I think I'm going to take everyone a small trip down the memory lane. But before I do that, I'm going to start by clarifying what are my understanding of numeracy. In my understanding, numeracy is the skills to be able to use math knowledge to navigate our everyday life. So my teaching takes a lot of inspiration from children's everyday life. So naturally, numeracy comes embedded as part of my teaching and also planning.
Okay, great. And so why do you think it's so important to incorporate numeracy in your teaching?
I think that as I mentioned earlier, numeracy skills is something that we use as part of our everyday life. There's no harm of starting early because the earlier that we expose our children to numeracy skills, they'll be able to work on it and then eventually develop higher order skills to be able to navigate their primary school, secondary schools, and also tertiary education. One of the examples that I like to pull out here is we use our numeracy skills as part of our daily cooking, and also I'm trying to get petrol and also trying to navigate train to get from one place to another place.
Great, thank you.
Yes. So Andrea, today we're going to focus on the subject area of art. So I'd like to ask you, how do you see, or what do you see as the relationship between numeracy and the area of art?
Before I start, I'd like to describe or maybe give everyone a quick summary of how I set up my art lesson. My art lessons can be intentional, it can be unintentional teaching, and also it can be both guided and unguided as well. The way that I look at it, I don't just teach a single subject on its own. I think that the way that I look at my lessons, they are somewhat interdisciplinary, they are somewhat intertwined, and that's where the arts, the numeracy comes into the arts. But having said that, there are the numeracy skills that we use in our art, such as problem solving, estimation, spatial reasoning, and moving on.
Okay, so would you like to tell us today about a specific example of how you incorporated numeracy into basically into a lesson that's focused on art?
I think I'm going to give everyone one of my favorite lessons, and also my students' favorite, which is animal-related art lesson. The way that I run my classes, it's usually I bring in a lot of the, not just hands-on arts, but a lot of the dramatic arts element as well, such as reading books and then introducing songs along with it, but then also along with reading and also with dramatic play. One of the way that I approach and I look at it is I usually find books that can have cultural elements. Which is what I have shared in the slides, snippets of the books. As you can see, that is related to our Aboriginal culture in Australia, and the way that it looks at it, it's also teaching the alphabets, but at the same time, it's also teaching animals to children as well. In this book, it's so rich in arts that it provides all of these provocations of different patterns, but also how the cultural elements are being embedded into it. And also the way that I will take children, we will read through the book, we will talk about the patterns, the art elements that exist in it, and then moving from there, I will usually encourage children to actually take inspiration based on the books that we read to go and create a representation or a model or a work creation of their understanding of what we have just read. Usually I use arts as a mode for children to actually express them, but while they are actually doing the tasks that I've set up for them, the numeracy skills coming quite naturally, as you can see in my children's example work. In this example here, using different shapes and sizes, and also colors to represent different parts.
Can I just interrupt at this stage and ask you, have the children, were they familiar with the shapes and the names for these shapes? Had they learnt that earlier on?
Yes, this is something that I work with my students probably during the mid of the year. And throughout the early of the year, we have been working on their introducing the shapes and also building up their understandings with the different shapes that we have used here. So this is part of the tool resources that I've used in most of my everyday teaching. It's not something new that I've just introduced to them.
Okay. Great. All right. So as you know, we're focusing on the 21st century numeracy model in this PD program. So Andrea, I wonder if you could just speak to the links that you see between the model and the lesson you just discussed.
Okay, I'm going to start with the first one here, which is all the way at the bottom, mathematical knowledge. While children are working on the tasks, the children use their mathematical knowledge, such as problem-solving skills, to help them navigate through the process of creating their own animal representation. In the process, they are manipulating a combination of same or different shapes that can be in same color or different sizes to help them to represent different parts of the animals. what's interesting is that in the process of practicing their maths knowledge, children also learn to be flexible by repeating a series of trial and error process to help create the animals. So the navigation which eventually lead to the success of completing the task will help children to develop the confidence, which is the dispositions all the way up to the left-hand side to continue to practice their mathematical knowledge in other extension activities. This activity is very rich in content. It's very rich and also meaningful to my children because I've set it as part of a local context that's meaningful and relevant to my students. I've set it based on their interest in animals by bringing in the cultural elements through books, and also and that's my way of engaging them in my arts lesson with the numeracy elements being embedded in.
Okay, great. And what about the tools that you use in the lesson? How do you see them being linked to the model?
I have used representation of pictures such as in the storybooks that actually not only represent pictures of animals, but also the representation of culture that exists through the book, through the story that comes alive, and children make meaningful connection with the cultural context and also the animal that we are reading in the books through the storyline that the book has set up. I've provided physical materials that children could manipulate, which is the puzzle shapes, but also the books are available for children to actually go back and then refer to them and read again at their own time. So it's a lot of a balance between teacher-guided and also children's own exploration at their own pace.
Okay, great. And how do you feel that children would develop their critical orientation with this lesson?
I think that for the critical orientation, children will be challenged with identifying any substitute to the patterns, shapes that the children have chosen to create their animals. For example, in the butterfly model, the students have used squares and also trapeziums, but at the end of the activity, I'll invite all of the children to come and sit down together to bring their work with them, and we'll have a roundtable discussion of what are some of the substitute shapes that we can actually use to create the same shape that the children have used. And in the process, children will then have to identify how many of that substitute shapes do they need to create the same original shape that they have chosen.
Okay, great. So as you can see, as Andrea's discussed, many aspects of the model are addressed by this lesson. So we've got a personal real life context because the children are making a relationship to animals with which they're familiar. They're drawing on a variety of different types of mathematical knowledge. So they're using their spatial skills, their knowledge of shapes, doing some estimation, problem solving, of what will go where and what's going to fit nicely. The book being a representational tool, and then the physical tools of the little shapes that are being used, and then developing the flexibility and confidence through the activity, as well as that critical orientation with the questioning and reasoning and thinking that goes on at the end. So thank you very much, Andrea, for sharing your lesson and your experiences with numeracy and the arts with us. And now I'm going to ask folks to turn and discuss with others at their tables what questions you would like to ask to Andrea.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So that was Andrea. She is an early childhood teacher in Melbourne, in Australia. And she uses storybooks to give the ideas, to spark those ideas, to inspire the children. And then she starts the work with the shapes. Does anyone have any questions that they would like us to answer on behalf of Andrea?
Berdasarkan video tadi, seperti yang sudah kita tonton ya Bapak Ibu, Andrea adalah salah satu guru di Australia yang menggunakan storybook, buku bacaan sebagai media untuk menyampaikan mengenai materi numerasi. Beliau mengenalkan materi mengenai bentuk-bentuk shape. Jadi Nah, berdasarkan video tadi, apakah Bapak Ibu ada yang ingin ditanyakan terkait dengan video yang sudah ditampilkan?
Good morning. Let me introduce myself first. I am Sari Puspita, come from Jakarta. I am kindergarten 1 teacher. About the storybook, I want to ask you, because I'm confused, yeah. Which one better? When we use a real storybook or e-book? Yeah, storybook look like e-book. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much.
For me, I like traditional storybook because there are so many skills that the child needs to learn, fine motor skills with their fingers that you can use with a storybook that you cannot learn or use with an e-book. I will show you. Oh, yep. Yips. Thank you. A book, yeah? Sore thumb. Two, counting pages. And I have to use my fingers to find one sheet of paper. Very difficult for a young child. That's why we have thick pages for the very small child to a book. Now, I have my e-book. I use my nose. One skill. Thank you. Yep. And thank you. I like traditional book, but I'm old. I think we do need to let the young child explore iPads, iPhone, laptop, because that's their future. We can't deny that. But there are skills behind a book. So books, my preference, before the iPad, but the iPad is important.
Perlu ditranslate? Ya. Jadi dari Prof. Jillian lebih memilih traditional book. Kenapa? Karena dari buku yang cetakan print out itu, anak-anak bisa mendapatkan skill pembelajaran, misalnya hal simpel yang bisa orang dewasa bisa lakukan, seperti membalik atau membuka halaman, itu sesuatu yang bisa anak-anak pelajari gitu. Jadi bisa dibilang mereka bisa belajar untuk membuka halaman satu persatu, satu halaman, 2 halaman dan seterusnya. Nah, oleh karena itulah tadi seperti disebutkan Prof. Jillian juga, buku-buku anak-anak itu dicetak dengan halaman yang tebal, karena itu memudahkan mereka. Jika halamannya dicetak tipis, mereka akan kesulitan untuk membuka halaman per halaman. Tetapi kita tidak bisa mengesampingkan perkembangan digital, jadi anak-anak tetap perlu dikenalkan dengan perkembangan digital, e-book, tab, laptop dan sebagainya, karena itu akan hal-hal yang akan mereka hadapi di masa depan. Jadi mereka harus tetap familiar dengan itu.
Okay, as I'm question, I want to ask question. Basically, in our curriculum of I am a teacher of kindergarten. It's 3 or 4 years, and then I think that we have a curriculum in we call the curriculum 2013, and for the right now the government will be changing the curriculum, and that I find that in our curriculum we have a basic competition, and then we have to break down. So we have to break down in aspect cognitive, and for the cognitive aspect, and then the numeracy is include the cognitive aspect. Yes. But in the letter the subject is knowing of mathematics. I think that is what we call it. I think that is not, it's wrong like that. And the aspect the numeric concept like that. For the basically the child he like a game, and then so we have to introduce the numeric for by game, and it make a kid will be happy like that. Thank you. So what do you think if we call the mathematic concept for the children? Mathematic aspect.
Do you want to try?
Is it true to change the memory aspect like that?
Oh, you mean the memory?
For the firstly, we have the mathematic concept, and I think that is kurang tepat. Is that not appropriate for the condition.
Okay, I think that we would have any mathematics is appropriate for any age, but it's how you use it. So if Zaki is my student, we can have mathematics lesson. Come. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Good at mathematics. Yeah. Later in the day, Zaki, can you go and get 4 Play-Doh? Did he understand his mathematics lesson? We're now doing Play-Doh. Can he get 4?
Okay, yes.
Let's count.
Let's count together.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is he correct? I think he might be correct. Look. We have 4. We have encouragement. So we don't tell him he's incorrect. We identify where he is correct. So I think we have mathematics. We can see if he can use his mathematics. And where it's wrong, we don't highlight that. We put up 4. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very good student. You can put it away now. We're finished playing with Play-Doh.
We need to translate first.
Okay.
Ya, jadi seperti yang sudah dicontohkan tadi Pak Zaki membawa 5, tetapi yang difokuskan Prof Jill adalah 4-nya. Jadi yang kita nanti ketika kita berinteraksi dengan anak-anak, jangan fokus kepada hal yang salah, tetapi kita lihat mana hal yang benar dan juga kita highlight, kita fokuskan ke sana dan itu untuk jangan menyalahkan.
Jadi don't say the kids is wrong, because when she said waktu tadi Gillian sampaikan 4, saya nunjuk 4-4-nya ya, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pada saat di sini saya sebenarnya mau mengerjain Gillian sama Hazel sama Bapak Ibu semua, saya ambil 5. Tapi berhubung kalau anak PAUD kan ya nggak bisa 4 ya, 4 dan 1. Ini numeracy, ini 4 yang tadi Gillian sampaikan. Yang benar ini, tidak ada salah. Jadi anak-anak juga nanti kita dorong. Andaikan saya tadi, if I put 3 and 2, you'll ask me to put 4 and 1, exactly, right?
Yes.
We're in the same page. Thank you very much.
Very good student. I think he would have been a good student when he was 2. And 3? Watch your back, my friend.
Careful, yeah.
Does that help you? Is that helping?
Okay. Thank you.
Did you have an idea?
Yes. Thank you.
Do you want to add?
Yeah, okay. I think, as teachers, right, we interpret the curriculum. That means we see the curriculum and we have our own meaning. So if you see it's mathematics, but you can teach the mathematics is in numeracy. You can say, instead of just count 1, 2, 3, 4, this is number 4, you can have different activities, different things, like what Gillian say, can you bring 4 Play-Doh. Or you can make it more interesting, maybe 4 different color Play-Doh or 4 same color. You can extend. You can add different things.
4 green Play-Doh.
Yeah. So you have literacy and numeracy.
Iya Bapak Ibu, jadi instruksinya bisa ditambahkan lagi. Jadi kalau tadi kan ngambil Play-Doh saja, Play-Doh-nya coba diambil warna-warnanya, jadi menggambarkan pola warna juga. Anak-anak kan kita ajarkan warna juga. Nah.
Is it 4 green? So maybe I can count 4, but I don't understand my colors.
Jadi apakah itu 4 warna hijau? Tidak kan. Tetapi jika anak mengambil seperti itu, dia sudah memahami mengenai numerasi, tetapi jangan disalahkan karena sudah memahami numerasi, tapi mungkin kita perlu ajarkan lagi terkait dengan warna-warna.
Okay. Excellent question. Yes. I think you have been sitting down for too long. Okay.
Boleh berdiri sudah.
Wait. A lot of instruction first.
Oh, oke. Jadi udah terlalu lama duduk, sepertinya boleh Bapak Ibu silakan mari kita berdiri.
Okay. Now, we are doing numeracy, but we are also doing STEM, STEAM, coding. All children need coding.
Ya, jadi sudah belajar numerasi, tetapi anak-anak usia dini juga perlu belajar mengenai coding. Coding.
Yeah. Okay. Robotics.
Mengenai robotik.
Do your children like robots?
Apakah anak murid Bapak Ibu suka robot?
Good. Some of you are going to be robots.
Jadi hari ini akan menjadi robot.
So here is a robot.
Yes.
Okay. No, wrong way. There is another robot. Do you have these robots for your children to play with?
Apakah punya robot untuk siswa peserta didik untuk?
I don't either.
Tidak.
But I have Hazel. You have a friend and a colleague too.
Ya, jadi tidak apa-apa, tidak ada robot, tapi kita bisa dengan teman. Jadi Prof. Jill akan memperagakan dengan Dr. Hazel.
Muscles. Obstacle. Okay. I have Hazel the robot. I have to code Hazel using my numeracy language to do a task. This coding is the same that you would code a real robot.
Jadi ada robot Hazel di sini. Jadi Prof. Jillian akan mengcoding, memprogram Hazel tentang bahasa numerasi sama bahasa coding numerasi seperti robot yang tertera di layar.
So this is STEM and numeracy combined.
Jadi ini kombinasi antara STEM dengan numerasi.
Okay. I want to get Hazel to walk around the backpack in a square. Okay? A square.
Kotak.
Backpack. Yeah? I have to look at my robot. I have to tell her exactly what to do. Hazel, please walk forward 2 paces.
Maju 2 langkah.
Hazel can count. Now walk left 4 paces. 4.
Ke samping, ke kiri.
We have an AI robot, artificial intelligence. She says, should I turn? Okay. Hazel, walk back 4.
Mundur,
But I've got you back.
4 langkah.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's all right, you're going to be in the garden. 4. Now, walk right. 4.
Berjalan ke kanan 4 langkah.
2, 3, 4. How long is each side of my square?
Pertanyaannya, berapa jarak dari satu sisi dari square-nya, dari kotaknya tadi?
It's going to be 4. Who remembers how many steps I started Hazel on?
Siapa yang ingat berapa banyak langkah yang diperintahkan oleh Julian?
I'm hearing 4. Did you start with 4, Hazel? No. 2, 2. Yeah. So to finish the square, Hazel, do 2, forward. Okay. We have coded a square. It's a shape. It's a numeracy. Left, right, forward, backward. How can I make it easier for my robot?
Bagaimana cara mudah supaya dipermudah untuk robotnya? Bagaimana?
Yes. So now we're going to make it easier for the robot to turn to the left, walk forward. Turn to the left, walk forward.
Ya, jadi supaya dipermudah, diminta untuk menghadap ke kiri.
For me doing the programming, it just got harder.
Untuk yang membuat programnya itu lebih sulit.
I have the hard job because I have to imagine the shape, the number, the turn, the left, the right, the forward, the back. If a child can do my job of programming my robot, your assessment is easy. Boing. Okay? Now, thank you, Robot Hazel. Calm down. Took out the battery. I want you for 3 people in a group.
Silakan membentuk kelompok, satu kelompok 3 orang.
Any 3 people? 3 people?
3 people.
You can come forward, you can go back, you can go to the side.
Okay. Bebas Bapak Ibu, posisinya satu kelompok 3 orang.
Thank you. You have 3? Come, you 3? Just come.
Silakan maju ke sini, Bapak Ibu.
Come. Turn around.
Silakan boleh dikasih space Bapak Ibu untuk jaga jarak.
Look.
Satu kelompok 3 orang.
I have one group of 3 guru. Okay? I have 1 robot. Sorry. I have 1 lady coding. Okay? I have 1 gentleman as observer. Does the robot do exactly as the coder says?
Jadi ada observer, Bapak observer, kemudian yang Ibu di tengah sebagai robotnya, kemudian yang coding, yang memprogram adalah Ibu. Ibu yang memberikan perintah.
The gentleman does the assessment, not the teacher. Okay? Robots, you must do exactly what you are told.
Yang menjadi robot harus mengikuti perintahnya sesuai yang diminta oleh bagian coding.
If your coder makes a mistake, you also have to follow the same mistake. Your observer will see it.
Jadi kalau misalnya codingnya memberikan perintah yang salah, robotnya tetap harus mengikuti perintah yang salah tersebut. Nanti yang bagian observer yang mengkoreksinya.
Okay? So, your task, programmers, I want you to code your robot to walk a triangle. A triangle.
Jadi coding diminta untuk memprogram robotnya untuk berjalan membentuk segitiga, triangle.
Okay. This is a tricky. It's hard. Exactly.
Yep.
Any kind of triangle.
Okay, and then
Okay.
we give a
Do.
time. No, we give a time, and then we'll ring a bell to say
All
it's
right.
finished.
2 minutes.
2 menit.
2 minutes for triangle.
Membentuk
Yes, we will.
segitiga.
Yeah. We will ring the bell when we want you to come back.
No talking. You have to give the instruction. You have to listen.
Who is the robot?
You must do exact.
Okay. Who is the coder?
You have no intelligence.
Who is the
Ya Bapak Ibu silahkan buat segitiga robot coding sama
Okay.
observernya, ayo.
Battery.
Segitiga macam apapun
Sorry?
yang memberikan arahan, yang membuat coding ya.
Yes, because you have to imagine. Now,
Jalanin dulu boleh. Kan tidak boleh menyatakan salah. Ayo. Bagaimana yang mengkodif? Berapa step jadinya tuh?
Okay. Wow, that was fun. I learned 4 things. Tangled up in my pocket. There.
Okay.
I learned 4 things are necessary. Imagination, visualization, and using support items. And the other one was clear instruction. So imagination, visualization, support, and clear instruction.
Jadi dalam kegiatan ini Prof. Chilma mendapatkan 4 hal penting, yaitu belajar tentang visualisasi, kemudian imajinasi, kemudian ada bantuan dan juga instruksi yang jelas yang harus diberikan.
Let's have a look at those different ideas. Clear instruction. Can I have the group from, yes.
Ya, silahkan dari grup
Come.
untuk mencontohkan bentuk dari instruksi yang jelas. Itu seperti apa?
Now, I gave the instruction to everybody. Everybody understood what I was saying.
Jadi nanti akan diberikan contoh di sini. Apakah nanti Bapak Ibu bisa mengerti tentang instruksi yang diberikan oleh kelompok ini?
So we have a group here with an interesting understanding of my instruction. It's not wrong, or what is the word? Not salah?
Yes.
Not salah. It's different. Okay, who is the robot? Robot? Observer? Over there? And coder. Have a look at what this group understood my words.
Oke, kita akan melihat apakah grup ini bisa mengerti dari instruksi yang diberikan oleh profesor.
Ya, thank you. Ya, one stopping for one. Facing left. One stopping for one. Facing left. One stopping for one. Stopping left. Thank you.
We had 3 robots.
Yes.
Is it a problem? No, because they were doing my triangle. They were turning
Translate.
and the same space.
Yes.
Mengerti Bapak Ibu? Ada 3 robot melakukan instruksi dari Gillian, mengerjakan hal yang sama selalu. Padahal tadi awalnya yang codingnya berapa orang harusnya? 1. Apakah salah? Not salah. Not Muhammad Salah, right? World Cup.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I can imagine this is like the dance, you know, like the pattern in the dance. So everybody is a dancer.
We have a group with we have the Skippy.
Skippy, Joy, huh? Joy from Australia. Joy is a little kangaroo if in Australia.
It's called Joey.
Skippy, Joy, Skippy is like.
Same instruction.
Oh, ada dinosaurs. This is the big dinosaur.
Oh, and dinosaur. Okay, same instruction. Same
Instruksi yang sama.
Different understanding, not salah.
Jadi dengan instruksi yang sama, tapi untuk tingkat pemahamannya itu berbeda. Tapi yang harus digarisbawahi ini adalah tidak ada yang salah pada kegiatan ini.
Oke. Yang mana yang coding, mana yang itu? Observer.
Robot, Skippy, and Cody.
Siap gerak. Hormat gerak. Tegap gerak. Loncat 3 kali ke depan. Loncat ke samping kanan 3 kali. Balik. Balik kanan gerak. Tik. Balik kanan miring. Loncat ke depan 3 kali. Ting. Ya. Siap. Ya. Terus hadap ke kanan gerak. Ya. Beri hormat gerak. Tegap gerak. Ya. Thank you.
Thank you. What we saw here, knowing the number 3, 1, 2, 3, but the turn was a challenge. Coda knew what she wanted, but didn't know the words, didn't have language.
Jadi yang dipelajari di sini adalah numbers, yaitu bagaimana cara menghitung 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Tapi tantangannya di sini adalah bagaimana mereka balik kanan, balik kiri seperti itu.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. It is challenging.
Dapat ilmu baru tidak Bapak Ibu? Sudah ada 2 versi, sekarang versi ketiga ya, siap-siap.
Okay, we're going to get one question from the audience that I was asked out there, and we're going to use one group to answer that question. So we want your group, sir. Yep.
Jadi tadi Prof berkeliling dan mendapatkan pertanyaan dari salah satu audiens, dan grup ini akan memperagakan untuk menjawab salah satu pertanyaan dari audiens tersebut. Please, silahkan bagi ibu yang bertanya tadi.
Silakan bertanya, Bu.
Terima kasih atas kesempatan yang diberikan. Pertanyaan saya tadi, bagaimana kalau anak usia dini itu diberikan bantuan menggunakan garis? Misalnya untuk bentuk segi 4, itu dibuatkan bentuk garisnya, jadi robotnya mengikuti garis tersebut. Apakah bisa seperti itu?
Okay, jadi she said that is it okay if we give them help by giving line to help them understand the instruction?
Yes.
Istilahnya untuk tahap awal sebelum nanti mereka ke tahap imajinasi itu. Jadi diberikan dulu bantuan. Apa itu boleh?
Saya tadi lupa.
So basically the guidelines are, the lines is to help them understanding before move to another understanding about the imagination itself.
Yes. What we saw was with this group, language was a problem, like we saw with the other group. They knew what they wanted, but they weren't visualizing, they weren't seeing the triangle. So have a watch, have a look at what happened.
Silakan nonton masalah bahasa.
Berikut akan disampaikan contoh bagaimana penggunaan bahasa dalam memecahkan masalah ini.
Sebentar, yang robot Bapak ya Pak? Oh robot. Yang coder? Yang coding? Observer? Oke, lengkap ya, nggak ada lebih. Silakan.
Watch carefully what the robot does.
Yes. Kanan 2 langkah. Maju 2 langkah. Serong 2 langkah. Serong kiri 2 langkah.
So the triangle was
Confused.
not salah, not salah. Not
Not
salah.
false.
The imagination is not quite there. It's not quite good. The imagination.
Oke, jadi imajinasi itu tidak ada salah dan benar. Jadi bisa diartikan sendiri seperti itu.
Sampai belum sampai ke situ imajinasinya mencari segitiganya. Tapi ini segitiganya robot, kita lihat bentar ya.
So what we did was look at our feet, and on the carpet we imagine the triangle. And then we went, now do it again with the triangle.
Jadi yang pertama yang harus kita lakukan adalah mengimajinasikan bentuk dari segitiga tersebut. Diimajinasikan bagaimana bentuk segitiga ini.
Instruksinya kan diulang.
Iya, iya, diulangi Bu. Iya.
Oke. Kanan 2 langkah. Maju 2 langkah. Mundur serong 2 langkah.
Oh iya.
Yang nggak jelas ke kanan. serong kiri. Oke.
He doesn't understand which one, the right or the left or the front. The robot is confused.
Yang coding
We need artificial.
Yang coding lebih bingung.
We need AI. Okay. Thank you. We imagined it on the floor and we had success. So it was the imagination that was a little bit missing.
Jadi ketika kita mengimajinasikan itu ada yang kurang tepat seperti itu.
We had, thank you. We have, thank you. One more example. I think this group also had imagination problems, so they improvised. How many Play-Doh? How many points on a triangle? We have 3 Play-Doh in a triangle on the floor. So the robot knows where to start and where each of the points are. So we're helping the child. Would you like to show us? Whose is this one?
Oke, ada yang mau untuk presentasikan di depan bagaimana cara menggambarkan segitiga dengan bantuan titik-titik dari 3 Play-Doh yang ada di sini. Silahkan.
So we have robot, coder, observer.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. Curious robot, please listen to me, okay? Okay, move back 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then now turn to the right. And then move forward 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then please turn your body again to the left. And then go to slash 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you.
So thank you. The Play-Doh became the tool for the visualization. Some children will need the Play-Doh, other children will need the drawing on the floor, maybe chalk or sticky tape. Other children will be able to visualize. But it's not Salah, it is you helping them to go forward in order to make a triangle or a circle. Circle is hard, your homework.
Yeah. So
What are my circle instructions?
Oh, yeah. I wanted to find out just now when, when you asked the robot to move a little bit, like what did you say? Less?
Just less line.
Slant line? Slanted line? Like diagonal? Diagonal. Yeah, diagonal line.
Angle.
Yes, because the children do not know the angles yet. So, if you say 90 degrees or 45 degrees, they do not know. So it's just kiri and kanan, like turn left, or maybe a little bit to the left, a little bit more. Like, what is the language, the literacy, the language at the different age that the children should know or use, So they don't need very complicated maths because you can use it at different levels. You can just say turn a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. So
Oke, jadi di sini Play-Doh ini adalah sebagai alat bantu, tapi untuk memberikan instruksi kita juga harus melihat juga tingkat usia mereka juga, tahapan-tahapan mereka, misalnya untuk degree derajat seperti itu belum bisa untuk anak usia dini, jadi mungkin belok kanan sedikit lagi sampai dengan instruksi yang diinginkan dilaksanakan seperti itu.
Yeah, and they also, they will also see different types of triangles. Yeah, different types of shape which they are supposed to, and recognize.
Dan mereka juga dengan instruksi itu akan memahami atau akan mempelajari berbagai macam bentuk bangun, tidak hanya triangle saja, tidak hanya segitiga, tapi bangun yang lainnya juga.
Yes. Okay. So, all right. So right now, Gillian and Zeha is also giving out. We are giving out the Play-Doh, which is the next activity. Okay. So all of you should get a Play-Doh each. Is it a Play-Doh each or no?
Everyone is getting one Play-Doh.
One Play-Doh. Okay.
But you need to work with people beside you to get more color.
Yes.
So make sure there's no two colors together.
Yeah, your friend next to you.
So we have white,
different colours.
blue, yellow, pink, purple. Good.
Jadi
So
masing-masing
you
dari
can
Anda.
share your color.
Jadi masing-masing dari Anda sudah dibagikan Play-Doh ya, tapi untuk setiap baris dimohon untuk mendapatkan Play-Doh dengan warna yang berbeda. Tidak boleh sama dengan samping kiri dan kanannya.
So everybody has their Play-Doh, or you soon will. What we want you to do is a little bit of a STEM, numeracy task. I want everybody to imagine one child in their class. Just pick one child. I want you to pretend to be that child.
Jadi hari ini kita akan belajar tentang numerasi, STEM dan STEAM. Jadi salah satu dari Anda diminta untuk menjadi anak yang akan mempelajari tas tersebut.
I want you to pretend to be the child and make a flower that you think your child would make. You become the flower maker from the child.
Oke, jadi Anda diminta untuk menjadi berperan sebagai anak itu dan diminta untuk membuat gambar bunga yang bisa dilakukan oleh atau yang bisa dibuat oleh anak didik Anda.
I want your flower to be standing tall, standing in your garden, not lying down. Okay, standing tall. So, share Play-Doh color. Standing tall, not lying down.
Oke, jadi untuk bentuknya dimohon untuk ke atas gitu ya, jangan menyamping seperti itu. Jadi bisa dilihat dari slide di depan Bapak Ibu, jadi untuk bentuk bunganya itu usahakan dibuat ke atas ya Bapak Ibu. Jadi bukan menyamping seperti ini. Jadi diusahakan untuk membuat bunga yang mudah dibuat oleh anak-anak usia dini ya Bapak Ibu.
Okay, we are also giving out a piece of paper.
Bapak Ibu bagi yang mau maju ke depan, mau ngampar di bawah silakan, mau di bawah lebih enak. Sambil di bawah ya silakan, cari tempat yang karpet merahnya.
Well, there's only two of us. Okay.
Jadi Bapak Ibu dimohon untuk membuat bunga yang sederhana ya Bapak Ibu, yang bentuknya memanjang seperti di slide tersebut. Kemudian bayangkan bahwa bunga itu juga jangan membuat yang bentuk yang terlalu rumit, karena kita harus membayangkan bunga itu bisa dibentuk oleh anak-anak usia dini.
Yep. So we give the example here. Yes, you can stand on the.
Boleh, ini Bapak Ibu boleh berbagi warna dengan teman yang lain seperti itu.
Okay, so the instruction is that the flower must stand on the ground, on flat, not flat but stand. So, yep, okay.
Oke, jadi untuk bunganya itu harus bisa berdiri ya Bu, bisa berdiri. Harus bisa berdiri.
This is the first trial. So, and your flower can have different colors, so you exchange. Okay, we have somebody's flower on the freestanding there. Okay, well done. Hey, let's take a photo of this.
Beautiful, thank you.
imagination. Yeah.
And like different toys.
Yes.
Check it.
You can use different colors. Okay. Yep.
Jadi Prof. Julian sudah melihat banyak bunga yang berbeda dan cantik sekali.
What I want you to do now
Dan yang akan
is
dilakukan
to
sekarang,
have a think. You are imagining a child. You are making the flower that the child would have made.
jadi silakan imajinasikan yang kira-kira anak didik kita bisa lakukan di sekolah.
Some flowers fell over.
Ada beberapa bunga yang jatuh.
What equipment could we get to make it stand tall?
Peralatan apa yang dibutuhkan agar bunga itu dapat berdiri tegak?
We want to improve the flowers. How?
Bagaimana cara untuk memperbaiki bunga tersebut?
Angel.
Robot flowers.
Does anyone have any suggestions
Apakah ada yang punya saran Bapak Ibu
on what new material, new tools
tentang alat yang bagus digunakan
that would stop the flower falling over?
agar bunga tidak jatuh? Apakah ada saran Bapak Ibu supaya bunganya tidak jatuh, kita kira-kira butuh apa?
Yeah. Okay, now is the challenge. This was easy.
Sekarang tantangannya tidak mudah.
The challenge is for your child to now draw your flower.
Tantangannya adalah untuk anak didik kita mengikuti bunga yang telah kita buat.
On your paper,
Di kertasnya
with a pencil or pen,
ada pensil.
draw your flower like
Silakan
the
gambarkan.
child would draw the flower.
Yang juga akan digambarkan oleh anak didik kita nantinya.
Children's drawing of your flower.
Children ya, jadi children bukan toddler ya, bukan toddler, tapi children. Anak-anak yang bisa ikuti gambarnya.
Iya, beda-beda warnanya, beda-beda.
Betul sekali.
On the screen is an example.
Seperti contoh yang ada pada
Children
gambar.
drawing the flower.
Children, not yourself, okay? Children, not anak-anak, bukan bapak ibu guru. Not salah, benar. Benar. Bapak Ibu bisa pakai dua warna yang berbeda. Anggap Bapak Ibu sebagai anak-anak. Anak didik Bapak Ibu ya Pak. Pensil warnanya mana? Belum ya? Udah. Ada yang belum dapat pensil warna Bapak Ibu? Yang mau masuk TV, silahkan ke depan, kameranya ada di depan Bapak Ibu, biar kelihatan. TV YouTube Direktorat Guru PAUD Dikmas.
Yeah. Share.
Mas Ruli, yang digambar itu apa sih Mas Ruli? Ada pertanyaan ini dari anak-anak. Pak Guru, kita gambar apa sih Pak Guru?
Kita gambar bunga, Nak.
Yes, sunflower.
Bunganya seperti apa? Kira-kira prok jadi apa?
Yes, that is excellent because it's from the child. Brilliant.
He's a mathematics teacher.
That's good.
Imagination.
Yes, but you're visualizing what you see from that child. So this child can see the different parts of the flower. They can observe the colouring. It's not so good, but the student knows the parts. And so that's what we celebrate. It's what they can tell us, not what we think they should be doing. Yeah, that's good. Understanding of the child. Very nice drawings. It's good. It's good. There's something in the back. There's a stem.
Good. Aduh, thank you.
Yeah.
No problem.
You're drawing, you're not ready to draw yet.
Ini buat apa nggak ngerti ya?
This is clever child because we have blue, pink, orange.
Makanya saya baru tingkat imagination-nya cukup tinggal ini.
Have bonus, extra. Okay.
Ini keren
So
ini.
this child can count those petals in different parts. Is not understanding one, oh, extra. So we need to teach them that. So we celebrate the drawing, celebrate the flower, then later, no, what she needs, one,
Itulah punya yang nggak ada.
4, 5. Okay. This child understands.
Udah ini aja.
This child is
Ini nunggu.
very good. Actually,
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ini bakal jelas.
Yeah. This is like visualize 1, 2, 3, 4. This one 2.
Sukses ya.
Ya. Sukses. Gambar bunganya. Bagus
Ini
sekali.
pohon, ini bunga, ini bunga.
Ya. Oke. Bapak bagus sekali, tapi Bapak belum bisa mengimplementasikan yang Bapak buat.
Karena saya masih mau.
He said he's still in early childhood. Does not follow instruction. Kids in early childhood. Yep. Okay. Bapak harus ya menggambarkan yang ada di situ. Nah, instruksinya sebagai seorang guru dari Chile ya, dikasih pulpen merah, pensil merah. Karena itu warna merah, merahnya terang saja apa? Batangnya saja. Iya, kalau ini kan menggambarkan ini, itu menggambarkan itu. Bapak tidak menggambarkan itu. Oke? Betul. Not salah, benar.
Saya tahu.
Early childhood. Tetapi paut yang kita harus
Ya, mengarahkan ke sana ya, dengan beginilah. Instruksinya, kalau instruksinya nyambung mungkin saya tahu.
If he understand the language then the instruction.
Ya, ya, ya.
So he understands, but it's just that one thing that draw what he made. Maybe that's my fault.
Tuh. Menyalahkan
Maybe I am salah.
Apakah guru yang salah?
Ya.
Yeah. Thank you.
Saya tidak paham instruksi.
Yes.
He doesn't understand your instruction.
Sangat penting instruksi. Sangat penting instruksi guru terhadap murid itu sangat penting. Harus jelas. Ya. Ya.
It's power.
Oh my goodness! I could keep playing with Play-Doh all day. I could draw all day because it is so full of numeracy. When you're getting your students to make something, then draw something, count the petals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 5. There is lots of numeracy in a simple activity that your children do all the time anyway.
Jadi dengan kegiatan sederhana ini ada banyak sekali numerasi yang dapat kita lakukan, dan dengan Play-Doh ini kita dapat menggunakan banyak aktivitas. Mungkin dengan keseharian dari awal pagi sampai sore dengan Play-Doh ini banyak sekali permainan simpel yang dapat kita buat, aktivitas sederhana, dan menjadi awal untuk membangkitkan numerasi peserta didik kita.
You are already teaching numeracy, but you need to see it and make it obvious to the child.
Semuanya sudah dapat mengajarkan tentang apa itu numerasi, tetapi sekarang bagaimana mempraktekannya untuk peserta didik kita.
Did you want to say something? Yeah, ask question. Yeah, question.
Ya. Tertarik sekali saya dengan kegiatannya seperti ini, karena ini anak-anak itu belajarnya langsung psikomotor, langsung menggerakkan, membuat seni karya hasilnya. Ini menarik. Pertanyaan saya adalah,
It's so interesting for him. So this is the question.
andaikan di Indonesia tersedia setiap pembelajaran itu peralatan tersedia seperti ini akan menarik. Apakah di Australia barang-barang yang digunakan untuk yang seperti ini, seperti apa namanya ini?
Play-doh, Pak.
Iya,
Play-doh.
Itu pun saya ngomongnya bingung. Jadi untuk alat bahan belajar itu sudah tersedia. Apakah di Australia tersedia di paut-paut, seluruh paut?
Yeah. Is it in Australia? There are a lot of resources in earlier kindergarten about this material.
In the kindergarten, in the POUD, some schools will have Play-Doh. Other ones, the teacher must make.
Jadi di setiap PAUD selalu ada pasti hal seperti ini, Bu.
So the flour, the water, the salt.
Kalau di kita kan kadang-kadang untuk belanja seperti ini nunggu BOP cair. Ya, ini bedanya. Kalau di Australia itu bisa maju karena memang sudah tersedia. Di kita nunggu BOP cair. Jadi belajarnya kadang-kadang tersendat. Saya kira itu.
Mr. said that in Indonesia, maybe in Australia, the sources or the tools is available from the school, the kindergarten school. But in Indonesia, there should be fund. What is fund from the government?
Oh, the funding.
Yes. I'm sorry, funding.
No, not always. Some schools, the parents will be asked. You can bring 2 packets of these this year for this one child's parents. This child's parents might be asked to bring 1 packet of flour to make Play-Doh, 1 box of tissues.
Jadi katanya di Australia itu setiap orang tua bekerja sama, ada yang bawa pensil, ada yang bawa Play-Doh, ada juga yang bawa box tiket seperti itu. Box tisu seperti.
Jadi mereka saling bekerja sama untuk urunan seperti itu, Bu.
Urunan mereka.
Urunan.
Yeah. So the parents will know they give something, but their child learns from every other parent's contribution as well.
Oke, jadi orang tua di sana menyadari bahwa untuk mendapatkan aktivitas seperti ini mereka harus urunan seperti itu, jadi harus berkontribusi untuk memberikan sesuatu, tapi juga mereka mendapatkan hal lain dari peserta didik yang lain seperti itu.
But the government gives some money but not a lot.
Mereka juga memberikan bantuan dana tapi tidak banyak.
Terima kasih untuk waktu yang diberikan. Saya sedikit berbeda dengan Bapak yang disampaikan tadi. Kalau menurut saya ini sangat mudah sekali didapatkan, bahkan kita bisa mendapatkannya dari alam. Contohnya untuk membuat Play-Doh ini kita tidak perlu selalu membeli, tetapi kita bisa buat dari tepung terigu, garam dan minyak goreng. Kalau itu tidak dan itu bisa dibuat sendiri oleh anak-anak dan tidak akan berbahaya. Dan yang kedua kita bisa bisa dari sumbernya dari alam. Kita bisa menggunakan tanah liat. Kalau tidak menggunakan tanah liat, kita bisa menggunakan tanah halus yang dari sawah, itu bisa dibentuk. Karena saya juga dulu masih kecil tinggal di pedesaan di sawah, sering membuat hal yang seperti ini, bunga, kue itu dari tanah dari sawah dan tanah liat. Itu. Jadi ini sangat bisa sekali diaplikasikan di lembaga pendidikan anak usia dini itu. Dan tidak harus menggunakan Play-Doh yang kita beli. Itu pengalaman dari belajar saya.
She shares that we do not need to buy some kind of Play-Doh, but we can make it by ourselves by using flour and then oil or something like that, or soil maybe. Yeah, so she shares about how to make use of any kinds of materials around us.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. So this is important because you make use of the tools or the resources that you have around you in your neighborhood, the community. So we only just show you the examples, but as gurus, expert gurus, you will have your own imagination of what resources, what tools that you can use.
Oke, jadi Bapak Ibu untuk melaksanakan aktivitas yang ada di sekolah, jadi bisa memanfaatkan setiap resources, setiap sumber daya yang ada di sekitar Anda. Dan di sini kita hanya memberikan contoh berupa penggunaan Play-Doh, tapi pada prakteknya sebagai guru profesional, Anda semua bisa memanfaatkan berbagai macam sumber yang ada di sekitar untuk melaksanakan aktivitas di sekolah.
Question?
After the lady, and then we will. Yeah. Okay.
Baik, terima kasih atas kesempatannya. Tadi saya tertarik dari penjelasan Miss tadi bahwa untuk menyediakan fasilitas belajar anak itu ada keterlibatan orang tua di sini. Nah, bagaimana di PAUD di sana membangun keterlibatan orang tua? Bagaimana membangun komitmennya dengan orang tua untuk membangun agar adanya orang tua terlibat dalam pengasuhan bersama dengan guru seperti itu untuk membangun kesinambungan pengasuhan. Terima kasih.
Okay, the question is how to encourage the parents there in Australia to get involved in the activity at school. How to encourage parents, to participate in the activity or to support the activity at school.
In Australia, parents cannot come to school because of COVID. So the teachers tell the parents each day or in each week, writing in a book, what they have done in the classroom. And they ask that the parents will do story time or ask the children about their drawing to show some interest after school. But we can't go into schools because of COVID.
Oke, jadi kalau di Australia orang tua tidak bisa langsung ke sekolah, tetapi dari pihak sekolah memberikan informasi berupa aktivitas-aktivitas yang dilaksanakan di sekolah atau meminta anak-anak mereka untuk membawa hasil aktivitas yang mereka lakukan di sekolah, seperti itu.
We have another question.
Thank you. My name is Hestiani from Gorontalo. Actually, I'm a supervisor, not a teacher. Supervisor, school effort, yeah. As supervisor, what can we do to motivate the teachers to make methods, interesting methods, so the student don't think that the lesson is a board about mathematics or numeracy issue. It's not a board lesson gitu. I want to they make an interesting method, interesting lesson, so the students think it's easy, it's a fun ways to learn about numeracy. Thank you.
Start small. If you are a supervisor or a principal, select one teacher in your school and work with that one teacher. That one teacher will be interested. So find an interested teacher.
Jadi kita bisa memilih satu orang guru yang menarik gitu ya, untuk menarik minat dari peserta didik tersebut.
Then work with that teacher to develop one really nice, fun lesson per week.
Jadi kita bisa meminta guru tersebut untuk mengembangkan satu metode pembelajaran yang menyenangkan selama 1 minggu.
when the children and the teacher see, oh, this is fun, then show that lesson to other classrooms.
Jadi jika sudah diterapkan dan dirasa memang pembelajaran ini menyenangkan, maka pembelajaran tersebut bisa diaplikasikan di kelas lain.
Then you pick a second teacher and you do the same.
Dan ini bisa diterapkan untuk guru selanjutnya dan melaksanakan dengan metode yang sama.
And it might take 6 months, 8 months. But over time, most of your teachers will come and say, I want, let me.
Oke, jadi mungkin membutuhkan waktu sekitar 6 bulan atau 8 bulan, tetapi seterusnya mereka akan melaksanakan hal yang serupa. Seluruh sekolah akan melaksanakan hal yang serupa.
Teaching is not easy. So changing teaching is not easy. Do it small and it will grow and get bigger.
Jadi mulai dari pembelajaran dan pengajaran itu memang tidak mudah, tapi kita harus memulai dari hal yang kecil sehingga hal yang kecil tersebut bisa berdampak besar untuk lembaga.
Yeah, and celebrate the success and also the effort, because just like just now when Gillian said there is no salah, so when you try, you must encourage the teachers to try as well.
Oke, jadi yang harus kita garis bawahi bahwa kita harus celebrate, merayakan atau memberikan apresiasi tentang yang sudah dilaksanakan oleh anak didik kita dan lagi tidak ada yang salah seperti itu.
Yeah. So small successes, just celebrate the progress, the trying, and little bit at a time, and and enjoy the process yourself.
Jadi kita harus menikmati prosesnya.
Okay.
I am really honored to have worked with you this morning, and I know my robot Hazel, colleague friend, is also very honored to be working with such esteemed teachers.
Profesor Gilman and Hazel sangat senang bisa berinteraksi dengan Anda di sini dan merasa sangat terhormat bisa bertemu dengan guru-guru hebat yang ada di sini.
Please, no applause. We applaud you for your classroom efforts. I'd like to acknowledge the ministry, MOEC, your ministry, for inviting us here this morning. We've come, as I said, for a different program, but I think the Indonesian ministry is the most amazing ministry that I have ever worked with, and I've worked around the world. Is amazing.
Oke, jadi beliau berdua mengatakan bahwa Kementerian Pendidikan merupakan kementerian yang luar biasa yang pernah mereka temui ketika Rosso seperti itu.
They have a website. On the website, they advertise different programs. And we had in June 35 teachers join our numeracy program, and we finish that tomorrow. So from June through to November is one program.
Jadi selama bulan Juni sampai November di website kementerian itu ada program bagi guru.
Ya, mungkin bisa saya tambahkan. Program itu adalah microcredential Bapak Ibu. Jadi microcredential untuk numeracy,
yes.
Inclusive Education, Earlychildhood itu bulan Juni kemarin melakukan daring ya, via Zoom. Nah, implementasinya besok tanggal November ini 35 guru sudah dapatkan pelatihan dari Prof. Gillian and Dr. Hazel Tan.
Your ministry has so many micro-credentials courses. You must look, you must do.
Jadi Bapak Ibu, 80 peserta apresiasi GTK yang hadir hari ini kita dorong untuk ikut micro-credential tahun-tahun selanjutnya.
Yes.
Kata kuncinya bahasa Inggris. First thing first, they need to pass the English course.
Yes.
Basic English. If they don't pass that, they cannot
Yes,
go.
you have to have the English. There is also, when you have the English, you can come to Australia. Your ministry pays for you to come to Monash for 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years to do masters or a PhD.
Jadi
You are leaders because you are in this particular program, this celebration this week. Think about it. But you do need the English.
Oke.
Bahasa.
Oke, requirement yang pertama adalah Bapak Ibu diharapkan bisa menguasai bahasa Inggris agar bisa ke Monash University untuk mengambil master atau mengambil program doktoral di sana. Tapi syaratnya harus bisa bahasa Inggris dulu ya, Bu.
Ya, terkait program yang Gillian sama Hazel sampaikan, Bapak Ibu, itu ada namanya program beasiswa pendidikan Indonesia. Ada di pusat layanan pendidikan. Gillian tadi sampaikan ada micro credential. Jadi itu bantuan beasiswanya dari LPDP. Prof. Gillian sama Dr. Hazelton benar-benar terdorong, alhamdulillah kementerian kita sudah bekerja sama dengan Monash University. Ada PhD, ada master degree, 2 tahun, 3 tahun, beasiswa full funded dari LPDP, dari Beasiswa Pendidikan Indonesia. Khusus buat guru terbuka tiap tahun. Silakan Bapak Ibu follow puslapdiknya. Siapa tahu bisa ke Monash bareng Hazel sama Gillian. Jadi supervisornya bisa mungkin nanti menghubungi berdua.
What was that?
If they want you as their supervisor, how do we get contact to you?
Yes, no, it's just on the email. If you've got the English, you can apply. And I forgot to say, your ministry brings your family too.
Oh.
Yes, we have a student and she is on the ministry scholarship. Her husband comes, her 2 children come, they go to school, he goes to work, she comes to us to study. We can send you and you can send it around. Yeah, but English please, because my Bahasa is no good. Other question?
Is there any other question? Maaf, ada pertanyaan lain? Ada pertanyaan yang lain?
Terima kasih atas waktunya. Ini terkait dengan pembelajaran anak usia dini. Ketika di kelas, karena anak-anak kita juga beragam, kadang ada anak yang mengikuti kegiatan itu selalu bilang, "Bu Guru, aku nggak bisa." Nah, bagaimana cara guru menghadapi anak yang selalu berkata, "Aku tidak bisa"? Apakah langsung dibimbing 100% atau hanya dimotivasi atau bagaimana dalam memberikan penguatan kepada anak tersebut? Terima kasih.
Okay, well, maybe when we teach in the classroom, some student will say, "I can't do it. I can't do it, miss," or "I can't do it, sir." So how to motivate them to try to do the task?
I don't think that one works. How to motivate the child who says, "I can't." You say, "I think you can, but we have to explore how."
Jadi caranya adalah kita harus memotivasi mereka untuk percaya bahwa kita bilang, kamu bisa melakukannya, tapi kita juga harus menjelaskan bagaimana cara melakukannya.
How much can you do?
Berapa banyak hal atau seberapa besar kemampuan kamu untuk melaksanakan tugas ini?
Maybe you can show me what you can do.
Boleh diperlihatkan bagaimana cara melakukannya? Misalnya ditanyakan seperti itu.
And if you still can't do it, maybe after class we can have a talk.
Jika kalian belum bisa, mungkin setelah kelas ini atau setelah pelajaran selesai bisa nanti berbincang dengan saya, maksudnya gurunya seperti itu.
The child will want to go and play, not talk to you, so maybe they try.
Jadi kalau misalnya anaknya setelah pelajaran malah pergi main, tidak menghadap gurunya seperti itu, mungkin mereka sudah mencoba untuk melakukannya sendiri. Jadi positive thinking, Bu.
Small. Work with the child in small steps because the child is small. Otherwise, they will get bigger and say it louder. I can't. I still can't. We must avoid that.
Oke, jadi untuk membangun motivasi dari anak tersebut, kita mulai dari hal-hal yang kecil gitu. Jadi kita harus memposisikan diri kita sebagai anak-anak yang masih kecil. Jadi kita harus memotivasi mereka dari hal yang kecil sehingga nanti di kemudian hari mereka tidak selalu bilang saya tidak bisa begitu. Jadi kita harus bekerja sama dengan mereka dalam melaksanakan tugas-tugas dari hal yang kecil sehingga mereka ketika dewasa tidak selalu bilang saya tidak bisa.
And we can also do it together with the teachers sort of encouraging the students to be with them and try and do a little bit together. So, and then after that, look back and say, hey, you did it. You know, you did it. So, like, if you look at the flowers that you have created today, before you started making, did you think you're going to make such a beautiful flower? Maybe you don't know how to start, you know. But now when you look at this, you go back and say, if you are going to make another flower, you're going to make a better flower, more beautiful one.
Jadi yang harus kita lakukan adalah bekerja sama dengan mereka, seperti itu untuk menumbuhkan rasa percaya diri. Seperti halnya tadi ketika Anda diminta untuk membuat bunga, jadi pada awalnya Anda tidak bisa mengimajinasikan, membayangkan bagaimana Anda bisa membuat bunga tersebut. Tapi ketika sudah jadi, sudah bekerja sama tadi dengan didampingi oleh profesor, Anda bisa menciptakan bunga yang sebegitu bagusnya.
Yes. So it's the encouragement, you know, letting them know they can actually do it and have the confidence, the disposition.
Oke, jadi kita harus tetap menyemangati mereka bahwa mereka bisa melakukannya.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Hopefully this is okay. Yep.
Just to finish, I would like to also thank our 4 co-facilitators. You have made my life so good this morning, and for Hazel, thank you, and for you too. Yes, thank you so much. And to everybody, thank you for tolerating our English and for working with us. It has been an absolute pleasure and an honour. Thank you.
And also not to forget the people behind the cameras, the technical crew, you know, the support. Thank you.
Anything else you want to say, Gillian and Hazel? Okay. On behalf of the steering committee, I would like to say thank you to Miss Indri first. Can you please stand up? Because I haven't introduced you from SKB Ungaran as a co-facilitator. And then Miss Sofia Onana, could you please stand up? Cameraman can see, okay. And then Miss Iim from SKB Tegal. These are the 4 people who are the co-facilitator, and you can hear their voice. And last but not least, Mr. Ruri from SKB Pinrang. And all the audience, thank you very much for listening for the morning session. There is also another session in the afternoon at 3 p.m. Though it's going to be about content creator. So on conclusion, I would like to say small children can do numeracy by practice and activities. Thank you. You can all sit down. Start from ourselves, change the mindset. Trial and error, apply numeracy in daily life and classroom activities. All the teachers in here, across Indonesia, there's 80 people, they learn so much from Monash. Even though you've seen Monash in Jakarta, they've learned a lot from drawing flowers, from Play-Doh, even a triangle, different kind of triangle. Yes, so beautiful. Hopefully, all the people across Indonesia in early childhood education can also learn from this experience. You can learn something new every day if you listen. listen from the instruction. Imagination, visualization, support system, and clear instruction. Start small, think big, fast. Whoever wants to learn a distant goal must take small step. Teaching is not easy, as Gillian also say. Changing, let's implement emancipated learning. Merdeka belajar Bapak Ibu, not salah. I think that's all for me. Kang Zaki would like to say again to Prof. Gillian and Dr. Hazelton and everyone who are watching YouTube across Indonesia and Bapak Ibu here or watching live talk show. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam, Om Santi Santi Om, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan. Boleh foto 4 orang co-facilitator dulu dengan narasumber? Oh yeah, Bapak Ibu tadi lupa. Kita mau latihan dulu, Mas Fauzi. Bapak Ibu kita latihan N for numeracy. Ada oleh-oleh dari Australia. Bagaimana hurufnya? Hazel, how do you do? Right hand as a 7. Okay, maybe we can stay there and the photographer